Ooh. Okay, I got a sub-weapon out of that. Howdy, howdy, everyone. How are y'all doing? Extra, I missed you as well. Welcome in. I hope you're all doing great. I am so glad to be back. Like, it has been too long, and it has been a very long week. But how are things going? I hope you're all doing well. We're back with a new game. Like, of course, we burned through Silent Hill super quick. Far quicker than I thought we would. I honestly thought it'd be 1 or 2 more parts. Week-long brain gone. I feel that, Juz. Which, by the way, I think you have screwed up my YouTube suggestions. I have gotten, like, so many, here's the weirdest airsoft gun you can buy, like, suggested videos lately. Like, you're the only airsoft, been buying so many airsoft guns. Oh no. Anything particularly stupid? Because every time I see something particularly stupid, I think Juz would appreciate that, and I almost send you the video. But I also don't want to send you like a 25-minute long video to watch like one segment. That seems like it'd be rude. My internet went out right after I sent those messages. Oh no. Not the internet. If I have SD gas blowback. God damn. The gas blowback rifles are like so fucking extra. Not nearly as extra as like electric blowback, but so extra. Not extra like, you know, but extra. I beat you to it. But you know it's going to be a good day because I got my fancy lemon drink again. Because I had to go get laundry soap at the supermarket the other day.
He bends, he stretches, even ties and knots, but always returns to his original shape.
Thank you for the hydrate, daddy's home and stretch extra. Well, you know what the most important part of that is, though, Juz? Can you do the HK slap with it? That's the important bit. Oh, by the way, new share. I got like a gamer share. Exactly how you think I would. It's purple. My bandana's blue. Share purple, bandana blue. Oddly enough, I do not own a purple bandana. You would think that would be a thing I own. And I did not I've once again forgotten to switch on my, blue. Like very blue. Alright, in this camera it does kind of look purple, but that's not the point. It's blue. It's very blue. Maybe I'm colorblind. That's a legit fear I have. I often am like super worried that I'm like colorblind and don't know it. Shade blind, like you can't tell the difference in a gradient. Also, why is this a thing? That's not the right thing to be on. I feel like I'm all out of whack, because like I haven't been streaming, so like I feel like everything's like slightly different and weird and off. No, don't do that. Ugh. Everything shook. Which I do have to find better rigging for this camera. Because it's just kind of sitting on top of my Xbox and, like, angled up. Like, I need, like, an actual, like, mount for it. Whereas this one, like, my A-cam is, like, blues and purple, some greens, all look the same. Same with other colors, like sometimes reds and oranges. Okay. I understand how that would happen. Wonder if everybody sees color differently, like my blue is your red. Constantly in fear of that extra. Because every so often, I noticed it when I was playing a board game with some friends, and me and my friend's husband both kept calling a certain piece of a certain color the wrong color. And then all of a sudden she's just like, that's not that color, and you both keep doing it. And now I'm like, that's the first time I like noticed it, and it's like, oh, I'm paranoid about that now. Oh no. But I have meandered. Let's hop into some Alan Wake. New game, normal. Yes, I will overwrite, because that is just me testing to make sure the game runs good. It does.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had.
Always good when something starts with a quote from Stephen King.
The poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why. But
should have gone Nightmare. I don't have Nightmare unlocked.
There shouldn't be one. The unanswered
found out through the
mystery
Guess
is
Who
what
board
stays with us the
game
longest,
when my friend
and it's what we'll remember
if a
in
color
the
was
end.
green, and I said, no, it's blue,
My name is
but it
Alan
was
Wake.
green. Oh no.
I'm a writer.
I always wonder, because sometimes I have a hard time seeing those little, like, colorblind, like those little colorblind, like,
I've always had
check
a vivid
things that they used to make you look at
This
school,
dream
where it's like a
unsettled me.
number
It
in a
was
bunch of,
wild
like,
and
shapes.
dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes. it
Sometimes
began
I
with
have
a
to, like,
dream.
really look at it and go, I think
Following
that's
a typical
9.
nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember.
Did I?
I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
I think I might have fucked up my notification. I think Bright Falls is a different game.
I'd seen the hitchhiker
Or a
too
movie.
late.
Love a game that starts with vehicular manslaughter.
He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
They will. They 100% will. She might be colorblind. Oh no. Extra out here feeding my paranoia. So, fun little tidbit. That car is very much modeled after Sam Raimi's
Suddenly,
car that
his
he puts
body
in all
was
his
gone.
movies, particularly The Evil Dead.
I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
I've never seen this game before. It's not a bad game. It's no. I do not want reverse camera. Use that to walk.
The radiator had broken.
This
when
is
I
one of
hit the
those games that, like, I feel like not
car
a
wasn't
lot of
going
people
anywhere.
played, but was popular enough. Originally, it came out on the Xbox 360, and I actually think it's really good.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
You play as
Suddenly,
Alan
I
Wake,
had
who,
just driven from this direction.
as you can
But
tell by
now
the
road
trunk
was blocked.
full of his books, he's an author. And he's also a man wearing 3 fucking jackets. I'm very proud of you. Oh, Lord. Must be cold out. Must be. Or he's a pretentious, douchey author. And that's just, like, the uniform. But this is the remastered version that came out last year, I believe. It looks a little better, it runs a little better. I picked this up specifically because I already own the regular version. So I was like, $30. To make it look a little better on stream, I'll pay that. My stream set up again. I also need to find time to do it since all my classes go until 10 p.m. Oh no.
I have to find another way to the lighthouse.
Oh no. So there's supposed to be a collectible here, but because I collected it in my make sure the game works, so I played the tutorial run, it's not there. Sorry, y'all. But Alan will constantly run like he shit his pants. And apparently he's missing. 10 p.m. is crazy. Yeah, like... So the school I went to, we would have 4 class blocks like a day.
Recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you could just make up stuff?
He seems nice.
Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama?
But my in college, my classes were 4-hour blocks, and there'd be 4 classes a day.
Sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never publish another one.
So there were a couple like times where I scheduled it out. By the way, there's a little video if you scan that QR code. It's interesting, but not interesting enough for me to try to look for it.
You're a lousy writer.
It's like every dream I've ever had where just somebody's talking shit.
Just look at me.
But we would have class, like there was a couple times where I would schedule classes where it would be 7 a.m. is my first class and 10 p.m. is my last class.
You missed
And it was the
your-
worst idea I ever had. I would have like 2 days of school, but it would be like 2 days of a lot of school. So there's a dodge mechanic in this as well. So like, and this is trying to teach us there's a dodge mechanic.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
Like, do you have a full whack of classes during the day, or is it just like your last one just happens to end late? Hold down shift to sprint. This is sprinting, by the way. Like I said, Alan runs like he just shit his pants. Monsters are getting your ass. Not yet, they ain't. Welcome in, Jagboo. How are you? Make sure to get Fridays off for airsoft, and now I have an off-campus apartment. Nice. You still working as well?
This way.
Sure, random guy. My pants would be full of shit too right now. Yeah, but Alan's constantly like that, even when shit isn't scary. 2 classes a day that start at 3 and then goes to 6. Goes to 6 and then 7 to 10. No, that was just summer. Okay. Turn that down, that's very loud.
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Well, hopefully classes go well for you. Like, once you get into that rhythm, I'm sure it'll be easier.
I was trapped.
Whoa.
There was no way out.
The fuck you say? How dare you? Why didn't he dodge? He just wasn't good at it. He didn't hit the shift button in time. Fucking so many TVs and nothing to watch. And they're reading a book about the conspiracy of faith.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Tom the Poet poster. Like, what kind of hipster-ass bullshit is this? Did the house hurt me? Hiding the fridge like Indiana Jones. I hate that part so much. That part angers me so badly. Follow the light.
You are hurt. You should go into the light.
God, is that you? You're hurt. You should go into the light. Just give up. Die. You know.
You must go into the light.
I'm trying, God. Calm down. So yeah, this is your healing mechanic. RDR2.
Well done.
Or
I have something important to tell you.
So
it goes like this.
it depends.
Know that beyond the lake,
RDR2 is a very long game.
lies a deeper, darker ocean.
If you want to do all of the side stuff,
wilder and more serene.
I recommend videos because some of it takes a while, and cutting it up would make it better for retention and like people watching. If you just want to blaze through the story and do stupid cowboy shit, stream it. You know? I also think everybody should at some point play Red Dead Redemption 2.
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous.
Had to adjust my back pillow.
When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake that darkness up.
This way. There's no time.
Yes. New share. I'm so excited. It's not the right camera. Everything's a sham. I'm awful. No. Also, it reclines. Here's where we watch me fall, by the way. Like, it's gamery as shit because it has, like, a leg rest and... like, it reclines all the way back. All the way. Absolutely not. To counter Daddy Cam. That's the dad after work cam. It's just me leaning all the way back. Also, clearly I got it in purple. The only downside is it's a little narrow. Like, I ain't got too much hip, but like, it's a little narrow. I would like it a little wider. And it wasn't too expensive. It was like $150, so like...
You can't hurt him now. The darkness
no, give me all of the revolver ammo out of this weird crate of ammo.
Drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
Ralph's birthing hips can't fit. I ain't even got birthing hips. I have like fairly narrow hips.
Burn the darkness away.
Thanks for the flashlight, God. So this is the other big mechanic. The darkness have to be broken of their darkness. Too much junk in the trunk for the gamers here. Not even junk in the trunk, it's like, I got them thunder thighs.
But it's still inside, controlling.
Otherwise, it's fairly comfortable. The pillow's a little weird. Still not 100% on that. Thanks for the gun, God. I love it when a deity gives me firearms.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all.
Sure, you can't park that dump truck here. This is a Wendy's. I ain't had Wendy's in forever.
A terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Wendy's got real expensive, and I'm mad about it. By the way, fuck your cans. Let me just top off the ammo for the rest of this tutorial level. And let's get a move on. So the game gives you flashlight batteries, but in all reality, all you got to do is just kind of like occasionally focus in on them. Is a biggie bag a thing? Because Wendy's has been like, it's like, oh, you want a Baconator? That'll be $15. Ooh, perfect dodge. Okay, less perfect dodge. So if I try to shoot them before before that little bubble disappears, they don't get it. Comes with a burger? Why does that sound like a drug thing? You're not wrong. Burgers, fries, nuggets, and a drink or Frosty. It'd be way cooler if it came with a drink and a Frosty. Sometimes I want a soda to like drink with my food and then a Frosty for after. So, this is the other collectible for here. I'm not going to get all of them because I don't know where all of them are. But you pick up coffee thermoses for the Oh Dear Diner. Which I think is a fun little thing. And when you get damaged, this is how you replenish your health. Stand underneath a light.
Just
Go into the light. Let's see the clip. Follow the light.
You are hurt. You should go into the light.
God, is that you? You're hurt. You should go into the light. Just give up. Die. You know. Ooh, what's My Friendly Neighborhood? That sounds like one of those, Thank you for the clip, Zagboo, by the way. Just ask for, or get a soda. Yeah. So, I got a new weapon. The flare gun. I just love that. Just give up. Die. You know. Like you do. So the flare gun will take out a bunch of enemies all at once. It is, pretty good. Pretty good. Stop telling me to die. You will be the one to die. Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention. I looked away for a minute. They remind me of Evil Within. I'm not sure why this reminds you of the Evil Within. You know what? I have more of these. Fuck both of you. Bitches.
You can't stand me.
I'm leaving. So, will these guys just keep, like, respawning? I don't remember there being this many dudes. I'm not sure why this reminds me of Evil Within. I mean, it's around the same time period, I think. So, like, maybe that's doing it. Like, similar time period, horror game, you know? God damn, stop hitting me with fucking barrels, asshole. Stupid fucking darkness storms hitting me with barrels and shit. Alan also has no fucking stamina. Like, watch, I was just kind of like, stop running. Like, Alan's clearly a writer. It's Outlast Trials. Howdy, August. How is Outlast Trials? I feel like it came out and nobody talked about it again. Let me write down My Friendly Neighborhood so I don't forget that one. Howdy, Sylvan. How are you today? Is it not out yet? I could be wrong on that, August. Like, do not take me as, like, my word as gospel on that. I have no idea. Good, but playing with friends is better. Is it still, in alpha?
He's here. Alan, wake up. Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine.
Been out for like
He
3
dozed
months now.
off.
Huh.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer
So
up,
Alan
handsome.
can't get it up.
We're here.
And by that, I mean he has writer's block. And his wife took him on a nice little vacation to, like, you know, relax. Okay, cool. The town is called Bright Falls. I thought I fucked that up. The remaster does look pretty nice. Like, comparatively, which I'm sure, like, I don't own any of the DLC for the, remaster. Okay, we need to fix that real quick. Controls, horizontal sensitivity, vertical sensitivity. There we go, that's far better. And what is our goal in this game? It just started, we don't really have one yet.
Let's act like we're on vacation.
To wake up Alan.
Go stand next to that old gentleman.
Be a better
I
writer.
want a shot of you with the town in
I
the
want to see the Killer Clowns from Outer Space
Sure.
game to release.
I'll even give you a title
There's
for
the
the
time
shot.
for- I didn't even know they were making
Moments
one.
before he got eaten by
Alan
a
is
bear.
EP. Alright. Can anybody identify that car? Because that's a real car. This game
Alan,
had
before
a
I miss the shot.
metric fuck ton of product placement in it originally. Whoa. Getting some weird glitches though. I'm not too keen on that. It's a Lincoln, I want to say an MKZ.
Did you hear that, honey?
This game had a tie-in with
You
Lincoln,
have a lovely wife.
Energizer batteries, and Microsoft.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wade.
And I want to know if they're still in here.
I'm an avid
Howdy,
reader
Moth. How are
myself.
you?
I hope this isn't too presumptuous of
I'm
me.
so excited to be
I'm the
back
night
and
host
see
of a
y'all.
local
It has
radio
been
station.
a very
Any
long
chance
week without y'all.
Look,
Oh, it's worse. It's a hoodie.
I'm on
Whoa.
vacation. In
It's
fact,
a hoodie, a
I'd
suit
appreciate
jacket,
if we could keep
another
my opinion
jacket.
just between the two of us.
And I'm not sure if he's wearing a shirt.
fair enough.
I don't trust.
You can
A
trust
man's
me.
a fashion icon. It's
Hard man to track down if you change
he has
your
elbow
mind.
pads.
I hope
Like
that you have
he has
a-
elbow pads on his jacket. Like he's clearly a writer.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones.
Woke up because I almost threw up.
That's cute.
Kill me now. Oh, I'm sorry, Moth. I hope you feel better.
Damn yuppie.
This dude's just wearing hunting gear out.
How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
It's not even hunting gear. That's like tack gear.
Just got it.
Are the locals giving you trouble?
Let's
Just
see
say
what
the
else
word
I'll
and I'll
ask
hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and
Also,
So, how is the place? Has
what
the guy here
psychopath
treated
has
you
a rifle
well?
rack outside of their
We're
truck?
just settling in.
Howdy,
Okay, Al.
Ontario. How
I'll
are
call
you
back
today?
later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too.
But it was real funny to me that, like, originally.
He's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Look at that big ass deer.
Barry is Barry. I can always
They
turn
paid
off
for a
the phone.
sponsorship deal. We're okay with that texture detail. Oh, it looked worse back in the day. To be fair, this car is
Thanks
definitely
aside to
like
you too.
they definitely lower resed the car after the fact.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back
It
to the
says,
car.
"Wake up, Ralph's life." I appreciate that. I bet you. I really hope I get to fight that giant ass deer.
Come on, Slowpoke. You get the full service here. I've made all the arrangements. I drive the car. I'll even carry the
Dude, that
bag.
deer's
All
yanking
you
out,
have
right?
to do is drag your cute butt into the car and enjoy the ride.
But the
Yeah, sounds
Lincoln,
like you got a lazy
the Lincoln
bastard for a husband.
sponsorship was also because
Yeah,
of
but I got a thing for him. Come on, you lazy bastard. Let's go.
because it had Microsoft Sync in it. I don't know if anybody
We need to
remembers
stop at the local
Microsoft
diner
Sync.
to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
Talking about cute butt full service.
I'll go for
That's
a
his
walk when you
wife.
get the key.
Like,
I'll pick you up here in say 15
she's
minutes.
trying. She's doing her best with this pretentious douchey writer husband of
Alan.
hers.
Thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on.
Even though she's
I
saying-
promise to behave.
She's saying full service and then sending him in to get the key from some stranger he's never talked to.
I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God. I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake.
Where's
He must
bring
have
me
gone to
Carl
use the restroom.
Stuckey?
He'll be back in a moment. I
So,
can't believe it. I've got all
for
your books. I
for
got
those in the
incredible
know,
books,
this
sir.
is very
They took
much
it out of the
like
window.
inspired by
Keep
Twin
it here.
Peaks.
Well, okay.
Like the Oh Dear
Good for
Diner
you.
is clearly like meant to look like and invoke the double
Try the
R.
coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin
Do me
layer
a
of skin.
favor, Sonny.
I accidentally hit a flag.
Use a tune right now.
And these are two of the best video game
Coconut,
characters ever made.
Number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself.
I would
but
die
both
for
of
them.
My legs have gone to sleep.
They get whatever they want.
Circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me.
This
Call
is
yourself a
Tor
rocker.
and
Unbelievable.
Odin, I want to say.
It does that. Get stuck.
They're two old
Yeah,
rock stars
you
who
need
are
to
kind of
give it a
losing
good
it
solid whack.
in this weird little town, and I love them.
This is the water.
You put the lime in the
And this
coconut.
is the
Drink
well.
them both up.
Just
Drink
because we're
full.
brothers, don't think I won't murder you. in
Thank you
your
for the
sleep.
hydrating Daddy's Home extra. As I hesitantly watch for a stretch to come.
He bends, he stretches, even ties and knots, but always returns to his original shape.
Cemented hand, man. If I had my hammer, I'd shut it for you.
All right. Bye, fellas. I love you.
Tune number 6 in the jukebox.
I hit the
Children
button.
of the Elder God. Now there's a song for you.
I hit the button, right? I have to hit the button again? I have to hit the button again. Weeks haven't been the best. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ontario. What's been wrong? Oh, that's new. Oh, shit.
Now that's what I'm talking
That wasn't in the
about.
original.
Yes.
I love diners where you can fill your own coffee.
This is it. I've died and gone to
I like the ones
hell.
where they bring you the little carafe of coffee, and there's like, you can regulate how much you take. Because I'm an adult and would like very much to have my own. Oh, shit, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Ontario. Like, have you done anything to be able to, like, alleviate them at all? Also, instead of the,
Young man, you can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, man.
instead of the log lady, we get the
I
lamp
wanted
lady.
to find Stucky,
wanna die.
to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
Oh, no, I ain't helping. Ah, that sucks. Let's just leave. No? Okay. Carl, are you in the ladies' room again? Where are you, Carl? I need that damn key, Carl. Carl!
Mr. Stucky?
Carl couldn't make it.
Amputation. Oh,
Unfortunately,
no.
He was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay.
If
my friend.
anybody,
I'll come by
anybody
later
in my
to get
life
settled in
ever tries to hand me
and to
something
meet your wife.
like this,
I insist.
I'm not taking it. You're clearly some kind of devil. Absolutely the fuck not. Look at her. She's clearly... Who wears a veil in 2010?
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Just lacking class. I'm sorry, but some random old lady in a veil in the dark handing me something cryptically and being like, you'll need this key, young man. I'm like,
I'm
no,
so happy this
absolutely
could
the
be
fuck
arranged.
not. I don't trust you, lady. Heh, she's got a pearl necklace.
You got lucky this
You're
time.
goddamn right.
You can hurt
I don't trust
yourself
old
in the
people.
dark. This
I don't like the very
is
old or the
the
very
one
young.
I must remind Seth.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
I love these two.
Splendid. Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid. Splendid. It's been a long
I'm trying to look at this, like, post, or this picture hanging on the wall.
You wouldn't happen to have a bottle on you, would you, Tom?
I wish.
The Andersons, they're local musicians. We're waiting for Dr.
Yeah,
Hartman
where
to
young
pick
people
them
are the
up.
worst,
They
right?
wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
I never want to see you again, swim fan.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero.
It's been forever since I've stayed in a log cabin, or like not a log cabin, but like.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
God damn it, Carl.
That diner was a real nut house.
I haven't been to a diner since like.
Can you believe this?
I think before COVID.
This would make a wonderful.
I live in New
setting for a
Jersey.
vlog.
We
You're
have
supposed
those
to be on
everywhere.
vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home.
Like he failed his one job.
Okay.
Well,
We can
to be
talk
fair,
about
he
this
definitely had to like wrap up the massive, like horrifying
I didn't
shit
want to
he
talk
was
about it. I
taking
wanted to bury my head in sand.
to put back on his overalls
Once
to
upon a
run out
time,
front to
I
try to
was a
catch us.
successful writer, but that was
I feel
a
bad
long
for him.
time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here.
This place looks goddamn. Fair, it's also there's also a Remedy game, so like the music's pretty dope.
Wow.
Went to my doctor
It's
in November.
gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark.
Went to my doctor in November with the same problem. They told me to take more
And I've got the
Advil,
flashlight.
but
I
it
know.
doesn't help.
I'm okay.
Unfortunately,
Alice had a
that's
phobia.
pretty accurate for
The fear of
doctors.
darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
So Alice is just like a pansy. Yeah, unfortunately, doctors
Are
are
you sure you read the
like,
directions right? It's nothing
they're
like
extremely
the picture.
dismissive
It said near the lake, not on
at
it.
best.
Don't get me wrong. This is so much better. It's wonderful. Our own private island.
I would fucks with this cabin, haunted or not. I would fucks with this. Bird Leg Cabin. Come hang out at scenic Bird Lake Cabin. Is there Excedrin available in Canada? So that's the thing. It's like I'm hesitant to tell anybody to like really lean into who the fuck naming their cabin. I'm hesitant to tell anybody to lean into like pain relievers, because pain relievers are just those. They relieve pain. They don't treat the actual like symptom that's causing it. I'm just looking for goodies right now. Can I die? No? Okay. I cannot jump into the ocean or lake or whatever the fuck. Do anything about my feet either. Yeah, you were having feet issues too, weren't you? Like, whew. Is that essentially what Excedrin is? Is caffeine and Advil? Caffeine, to be fair, is a blood thinner. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember my medical training. My medical degree.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
TG and BT. Aw. Like, unfortunately,
Here we go. Let's
like-
take a look inside.
really, I got a quick time event to open the cabin?
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Hey, hun, do you think this bass sings?
Hello? Anyone here?
Advil, aspirin. Yeah, Advil's a, Advil's like a brand name, isn't it? I have peat pain and I drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water doesn't help, huh?
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had
That's
seen on the
horrifying.
ferry returned. Damn.
Okay, I don't think the lake's that deep.
I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had
Oh,
to be a
NSAIDs
fuse box or a
are-
generator somewhere on the island.
Or blood thinners. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't like Pyrex and Pyrex. Yeah, I guess like
Cabin looked
Pyrex
a time
glass.
capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
1970, apparently, according to this thing. Okay, I think I have squeezed all of the blood I can out of this cabin.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. A famous artist, no less.
Like I use Pyrex
Now let's go to the phone
for film developing. Like
It's Rose.
right now, it just has a battery in it
I
and
know
dust.
who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer.
Well, Rose,
I just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited.
I like how mad Alan is about that.
glad to be here too. Well, folks, I got some secrets out.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
Thanks. Could have migraines, but I don't know. Just kind of a dick to his biggest fan. Well, he's like. So I get why people sometimes
generator had been connected to
kind
the
of come
power
across like that. Like it must be hard to like run into people who like gush over you. Like, you know what I mean? Thanks, achievement.
The lights are on. Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay.
That better be code for the kinky shit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
I mean,
it was a beautiful place.
Migraines,
I told myself
like,
I could rest here.
are symptoms of a
Sleep
lot of
here,
things and also
and
just
forget
like their
about my
own
work.
condition, aren't they? Although to be fair, I also am never 100% sure of like
I
the
thought we
actual
could be
difference
happy
between a
here.
migraine and a horrible headache. Why are we getting so many like weird, like finicky bits? Oh yeah, she'll run forever. Look at that gas tank, just moving on its own. I know I can't sleep it off because I have a hard time sleeping. Yeah, I would imagine that makes it very difficult to sleep. Like, that doesn't surprise me.
Alice? Honey?
Hun, this bass doesn't sing. I want our money back.
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Okay, The Labyrinth of Me sounds like the worst fucking self-help book I would ever read. It's all about, like, positive thinking. Not me completely ignoring the button written at the top telling me what to do. It's a cute little kitchen. The weird overturned rusty bucket's a bit odd, but you know. And the fact that there's no refrigerator.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Is it the kinky shit? Ooh, it might be the kinky shit.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Fucking stupid wife not being the surprise. Oh, this is so much worse.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought
Cue
maybe
the
it's right here
blindfold.
that a change of scenery would get you past.
Damn it, Alice, you...
Woke up 6 a.m. yesterday, went to bed,
Hey,
woke back
hey,
up an hour
just
later,
hear me
went to bed at
out.
11.
There's a local doctor,
3.
Dr. Hartman. I
Oh.
read a book of his. He has a private clinic here.
You've
He
been up since
specializes
3
in helping
yesterday or
artists.
today?
So now you want to get me committed?
Time is
no,
weird.
It's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Don't.
Come
Just
back and
don't.
like you're on a
I don't want to
50.
hear it. God damn it, Alice.
To be fair, it's very unfair to argue with somebody
she
in a
wouldn't
state of
follow me in the dark.
undressed.
I needed some time alone to think things through.
Like, if you're gonna have an argument, a good time to have it is when you're in some form of undress. But like, it seems a little unfair.
Damn it.
So this is Wednesday, so Tuesday. Yes.
Alice?
I was so thrown off last week, to go off on a little mild tangent. Last week, working overnights.
All the lights were out.
Oh, Alan. Okay. So the crows will be possessed by the darkness and beat bitches about it. 9. You can pick 1 or 9 as well. Time is a flat circle, Sylvan.
Alice?
7.
Alice?
I fear as though I've picked my own destruction. But last week I was so thrown off by like my sleep schedule being so changed and like everything being so wonky that like most of last week I couldn't honestly tell you with any certainty what day it was.
Alice?
I wake up at 6 a.m. Woke up at 6 a.m. I went to bed at 5 a.m. Ooh. Oh no. I think that's pretty fair, Sylvan. I feel like most people would pick numbers
Waking up
somewhere
in the
within
crashed
like
car
the
felt
quarter,
like I had woken from
not
one
the
nightmare
half.
and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there.
Because to be fair, if
All
I didn't
knew
pick
was
7,
that
I probably would have
something
picked 3.
terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
So our wife got dragged into the lake by something, and we ended up in a car crash.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought
This
back
son
my
of a
fight
bitch.
with Alice. I didn't like it.
We'll get
And I
more
didn't
into
like the
Emil
guy's smug
Hartman
face on the
later.
cover either.
And his smug face. I guess here's fine to park. That's a fine place to park. Oh. So, quick question, y'all. Is this a game? Is that car the Lincoln? Yes, the Lincoln. There's a lot of times where I might die in this. Is this a game I should add a kill count for? Or a death count for? Not this dude calmly narrating some banal nonsense right after surviving car. He's a writer, Sylvan. He has to narrate. Also, it gets way more meta than that. Add 1. All right. Let me see if I can remember how to zero out the death counter. Okay, the answer is no. I cannot remember how to zero out the death counter. So we are going to just deal with that right quick. Did that work? Yes, it did. Good. All right. Doing silly little runaway things with him. It's just Gone Girl. Really committed roleplay. This is their kink. Okay, I'm supposed to go this way, apparently. That's fine.
The gas station was my best bet.
Fine.
They'd have a phone I could
I
use.
ain't game real
It looked
quick
like
to
a
make it
long hike
accurate.
through the forest to get there.
I'm sorry, I thought it was funny that this... Because Remedy at the time was a very small studio. No, not the Lincoln. It exploded, apparently. A totaled car. I just thought it was funny that, like, because Remedy was... Like, there was a point to that. Like, me bringing up that this game was very much product placement. Like, it had a ton of product placement in it. It's because this is made by Remedy, who has successfully made some pretty ambitious, bigger games without being a major
Hello?
studio.
Someone there?
My slash fiction,
Oh,
no!
bummer, dude.
Not the
The
Lincoln.
loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named
They
the
stole
author.
your title.
I hadn't written it.
And
I
your
couldn't
name.
remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Well, fuck. So yeah, this is another collectible throughout the game. The manuscript pages.
Departure by Alan Wake.
Right what you know, Alan.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness.
I love that you don't have to read these, they read them to you.
The axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare. But I was awake.
So, for those of us who are going to watch and play most of this, face twice in 4 words, we are going to be asking the ultimate question of, is Alan Wake a good writer or a bad writer? So far, I think he's a little hammy. Like, personally, I think I would read an Alan Wake book. Make out with him. I personally think I would read an Alan Wake book.
Anybody there?
And I'm sure somebody
Please,
wrote one.
I've been in an accident.
Alan out here looking for empathy. Or apathy. I always get those two backwards. And I'm constantly worried I've gotten them wrong. But yeah, no, like, I think it's
The lights up ahead
kind of
were a
neat
good
that
sign.
Remedy was able to
Maybe I
secure
wouldn't have to hike
funding
all the
for
way
this
down to
game
the
by
gas station to find a phone.
making the batteries Duracell. Or having him drive a Lincoln. Or, like, having Microsoft Sync in it. This was also a Microsoft exclusive. Apathy is the one you don't have to look for. Okay. Because I always feel like empathy should have the root word empty, and it doesn't. So it always confuses me. I'm also very stupid. So, you know. Alan, stop making me look dumber than I am. This clearly is the way to the gas station, right? Whee. Fucking Alan.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Night when I'm trying to sleep,
There's
I can't
been an
sleep
accident.
unless it's
I need
pitch
help.
black and
Listen,
some music.
I need to...
That sounds like it might be kind of a migraine. I know, like, light sensitivity and sound sensitivity are, like, a thing.
Ducky, pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation.
Easiest way to the gas station, clearly.
Fair and square.
I actually can't sleep if there isn't, like, background noise and, like, shit like that. Oh my god, this man is dead. Carl Stuckey, you bastard. Carl Stuckey will not get away with this. Hey, thermos of coffee. It's more distracting than music. Honestly, I usually watch, like, a video. More often than not.
It was impossible to focus.
I have, like, a
As if it stood
playlist
in a blind
on
spot caused
YouTube
by
of, like, a
brain
Let's
tumor
Play.
and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows
Like, usually
like
from a
ink
bunch of,
underwater,
like,
a
different
cloud of
places,
blood
whatever
from
I'm in
a
the
sharp
mood for at the
bite.
time.
I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life
You're
depended
gonna have
on it,
headphones because I
willing
don't
it
have
to stop
headphone jack
coming
on my
any
phone.
closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
I literally fell asleep last night to Chip Seasum's playthrough of Mega Man Legends, which also is a game I'll eventually play on here. Which I feel like is a Mega Man game most people don't remember. So guys, much work to do tomorrow. Good luck with your stream. Have a good night. Thank you for popping in as always, Juz. I hope you sleep well. I hope school goes well for you. Like, I will talk to you next time I see you. Take it easy, buddy. Can't get me. Can't get me, Carl. You fat bastard. Couldn't even drop off a key right. This is me just being an asshole and fucking playing around with it. Oh god, it got me. 100th hour of Sherry Pepperoni content consumed. Carl, stop hitting me with that axe. First fight of boss
fight. I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe.
You can tell the
like
exact
Nicholson
moment I
in The
stopped
Shining.
playing the game and started looking at chat, because all of a sudden I got hit a bunch of times. You know, that thing everybody keeps around. Oh shit, there's just generic batteries now. Hell yeah.
During your trying, it's the latest thing. Incontestably.
Yes.
Proven.
By the way, the infected, like, say the weirdest shit, and I love it. They all kind of have, like...
Hello?
Well, shit. They all kind of say, like, random bullshit. I think Alan's supposed to be kind of hammy. Like, to be fair, I think Alan is very much supposed to be, like, a stereotypical, like, bad author. Like, I do feel like it's on purpose. Oh, no. Lagers. I'm a Pilsner man. Hack Pulp Fiction author. There's a fun little, like, fan theory that Remedy kind of played with.
A concussion. I'd never fired a gun
That
outside a shooting range. And now
Alan Wake is who wrote Max Payne.
There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
What accent do you need for that lager joke? They're just pronounced the same way? Like my accent, I guess, because lager and lager are spelled or pronounced the same way to me. But I also could just be wrong. So, the Cult of the Light randomly leaves care packages around, and you can't see the markings without a flashlight. So, randomly you'll find, like, little yellow arrows and whatnot pointing you towards goodies. And there's also, like, other things around, like, I could have hit this generator light to, like, fight them guys. Like, the game gives you what you need. Okay, that's how electrical panels work, Alan. Sure.
The Dark Forest was the last place I
don't
wanted
say
to
it's
go,
the PA
but
accent.
I had no choice.
Yes and
I had
no.
to get to the gas station.
I don't have, like, a super strong PA accent, but I also don't have a weak... Like, I don't have not one. The only downside is you don't have any melee or aiming reticule. You just kind of, like, aim via flashlight. And this game has a couple issues. Like, it's not perfect. But, like, I do think it is, like, particularly good and fun. It gets real hard at points. I remember it getting hard last time I played it. That didn't sound right. I'm hitting the button, don't worry. By the way, this will hurt you. Don't touch it. Why am I getting those weird, like, artifacts?
What the hell was that?
Crypt life by the exposed electrical wires. Clearly.
When I saw the river below, something
Carpe
uncoiled
diem.
itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across.
So this is a
I didn't even
mechanic
wanna look at the
I
water.
hope dies out entirely forever. Having to, like, balance across the thing. Or fall. I hate that in a video game. That's some bullshit, and I can't stand it. Like, I don't want to do that game. Hey, another manuscript page. Barry's arrival.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too...
Do they do that a lot in FromSoft games?
Sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Like, do they prevent you from falling off in a FromSoft game? Because I feel like it's usually not too hard to fall off. Like, I could literally just jump right off and die. And apparently, Alan wants to do the stanky leg across that gap. Oh, they do the opposite. They do the, like, you're going to fall to your death.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
You hear him coming in the darkness. Violently, angrily, Carl Stucky. Stucky's gas station. I like how mundane that name is for somebody terrorizing you. Oh God, what did I say? Also, Alan has the stamina of, like, a 3-pack-a-day smoker. Oh, I hit that dodge, motherfucker. So you do have battery and whatnot, but it does recharge, so I feel like coming violently in the dark for you. Oh. Oh no. That sounds horrible. Oh, don't like that. You get batteries, but your flashlight recharges? And I actually have a particular issue with games that do this, where they kind of like make it so everything you have is scarce. Wait, we have a gat? Yeah. We picked it up in that building that Carl Stucky tried to kill us in. When I was fucking around and then found out. Okay, I see the arrow. I know what I have to do. I just can't remember where it is.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Thanks. Thanks, Alan. I forget what I was saying now. Bullshit. You know what? Everybody get together. This actually, one thing this does way better, the dynamic range. The staircase was broken. I have to make my way up another way. Yo, that 50. Flare gun. This game does dynamic range way better.
Before I saw them.
The original, the dynamic range was terrible.
As they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead
Oh
eyes.
no, what's wrong
black
with your
pearls
Xbox?
Glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
I turned my flashlight towards them. They exploded like fireworks. Ooh, ah. Hell yeah, shotgun. I run into
With all
the
this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
I run into the issue with Alan Wake where they limit my God damn it. Reaching as they came. It's all cum jokes. But this game has a bit of an issue where it feels like you should not be using your things. Like you should be saving your weapons and stay classy. I don't know her. Couldn't have said that creepier, could I? Cool. This okay. Actually did that. Sure, the disc is already in. It's just not reading it? Like, this is going to sound real condescending, but I don't intend it to be. Did you try turning it off and turning it back on? Like, I don't intend to be, like, I don't mean that as, like, a jerk. I mean that as, like, actual advice. Like, did you try restarting it? Let's try, like, kick it in the ass, you know? Many times. Oh. Sorry. There's got to be a way to move that, right? Or I just climb this ladder that I completely missed the first times. I'm on back on and I'm like, bro, it was that easy. Will you ever give, like, real simple advice, but you kind of have to ask to know if the person did it, and you're like, I don't intend to sound like an asshole and be, like, condescending or anything, but I do have to ask you so that, like, I know if you did this already or not. We got more shit. So many flares. Some shotgun. And sometimes there's notes here.
They're taken.
The taken are filled with darkness. I, too, am filled with darkness. Saw the disc. Someone to reboot without coming off condescending. Exactly. If you saw the disc, it's not scratched at all. Huh. Well, to be fair, my mind wouldn't go right away to, like, the disc being scratched there. It would go right to, like, a disc read error. Because, like, game consoles are kind of known for doing that occasionally. You know? I would assume that, like, it's just like, no, we're not reading this. Imagine physical media. I mean, didn't a bunch of people just lose their, like, entire account for EA or some bullshit like that? Because they didn't log in quick enough or enough times? Ladies are probably dirty as fuck. Possibly. Like, so I had this thought earlier today. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about the, okay, that worries me. They were talking about how Atari is putting out a new version of the Atari 2600, which is extremely interesting to me. Like, I hadn't been logging in for years and they couldn't open a ticket to count. Okay. I did hear it eventually got resolved. I didn't know how. If people losing disc, are we? Yeah, but Atari released a new, or apparently is releasing a new modern 2600, which is interesting. But I was thinking about it. It's like, in the world of, like, retro gaming being what it is anymore, why aren't more companies, like, doing that? Why isn't Sony releasing, like, the PlayStation, like, OG or some shit? Where it's just a PlayStation that plays PS1, 2, and 3. Like, none of the special features, none of the online bullshit. Like, just another thing they can sell you. Well, that's the thing, though, like, if Sony can make a couple $100 off of selling you an emulator, why wouldn't they? You know? Like, especially if, like, oh, it has a disc reader that's capable of reading PS1, 2, and 3 discs, but all the software's emulated. Like, why aren't they?
I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like
I'm surprised the new Atari is compatible with the old cartridges. That's what got me thinking about it. You realize hardware when you can use a free emulator. People who own physical media. And a lot of those games, like, don't... Like, there are plenty of games that just don't run well on emulator.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up?
And to be fair, like, there are a lot of people who, like, their knee-jerk reaction whenever it's like, oh, this thing is no longer really accessible. Their first thing they say is, oh, emulate it. Not everything emulates well. You know? Like, there are plenty of games that, like, just don't emulate very good.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book
I don't know why I'm
couldn't
making that
remember was
noise.
either a
I'm sorry.
terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
What is it? I feel like I heard somebody say, and I may be getting this wrong, like 70-something% of video games released are just gone.
The gas
like they're
station
no
was closer
longer
now.
like
Its
reasonably
light welcoming the
obtainable.
darkness.
You know. I could go for something called a belly buster. I'm hungry, and I'm at the point where I'm like, I want enough food where it would be embarrassing for me to tell another person I ate that much. I want enough food where, like, I feel bad about myself after. Is that like an option here? By the way, you can get that, like, cool cinematic dodge with the stuff thrown at you, too. Some Jack in the Box. We don't have those here. We don't have Jack in the Box. I actually have never even had Jack in the Box. I hear it's good. I'm mad about it. Back to my health. I know I have feet problems, headaches, and are bad, but the thing that's surprising me most is my asthma. I haven't used an inhaler since June. Isn't that a good thing, not having to use your inhaler? Because, isn't the point of an inhaler like it's a rescue thing, not like a you should be using it all the time thing? No food with the McDonald's ask if you're Uber. I want to make the McDonald's. I want to get so much food the McDonald's cashier is embarrassed for me. What the fuck? Oh. By the way, enemies will despawn if you just run back into the light. But I think they will respawn if you get out of it. Taking some midnight food. That, I mean, more like 2, 3 a.m. Like, I'm probably not going to be done the stream for like a while. So it might be like I might like at the tail end, or playing Daylight against Huntress. It might be like the last couple minutes is me embarrassingly ordering Grubhub while I'm like wrapping up. And no, I won't tell you what I'm
stepped
ordering,
into the gas
because I said
station's
an
garage.
embarrassing amount
It
of
was
food.
dark and quiet. The place was a mess.
I
It
want to
looked
feel
like someone
bad about
trashed the
myself
place
after
or
I
that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old
In
portable
May,
TV
I
on
was
the shelf had
seriously
come
having a
alive
hard
by
time breathing,
itself.
but now
Impossibly,
here's
I
one
could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Oh, so a part of it's a cost thing. That's horrible. Have to head to sleep. Another busy school day tomorrow. Good night. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a lovely day at school tomorrow. As always, thank you for being here, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, where the fuck are we going? By the way, I haven't pointed out yet. And right there, there's a compass. That's how we're figuring out where we're going, for the most part. Which, yeah, school's starting for you, most of y'all, ain't it? Like, y'all kids in your schools and whatnot. Except for, like, me and Sylvan. Or Sylvan and I guess. You can clearly tell I didn't go to school. Where's the compass? That red arc in the corner? That thing, like, it's so hard to do in a camera. That thing right here. I fucked that all up. It's here. I'm looking at it. And, see you at 8 a.m. You see me at 8 a.m. Something's gone horribly wrong. 8 a.m. is not a time of day I'm awake. School's for nerds, exactly. Nerds and the young. Because young people should go to school, like an education is important. Just me struggling for a moment. What the fuck, Ralph? But yeah, like, I always tell people, because, like, at work, I could go for a hefty meal. I like how food-based these Possessed are. I don't have to go to school. I went to school in September last year, but it was an adult upgrading. Got out in March. At least I don't have to go back this year. Like, that's the thing. It's like, there's a small part of me that misses school. I liked the regiment, and I liked the, like, it wasn't as high pressure as work, it felt, or, like, as hopeless feeling as work. Because, like, as an adult who just, like, has a job and constantly just has to go to work, it kind of feels, like, hopeless, you know? It's just kind of like, well, I reckon I'll do this until I die. Man, this early part making it look like I know what the fuck I'm doing. It's gonna make me really look like a clown later. For all the crap, I love the environment in different ways. There's about scores you feel like you're gaining XP. Yeah, like, I never felt stuck in school.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked.
And maybe it was the fact that, like, it always had a definitive end point.
The early morning light flooded through the office windows.
That might have done it.
Probably never have gotten out of the woods alive.
Didn't want to adjust that.
But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't.
Sorry, that was annoying me. Like, I also liked school, to be fair. Like, I was very much like one of those kids who liked school. Or as Shelvin would put it, a fucking nerd. Finally, more ammo for my shotgun. So here's a fun thing.
It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton.
This has its own, like, Twilight Zone kind of show. Alan wrote on that show, apparently.
Indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode.
Like,
Quantum Suicide.
Say what you will about, like, Remedy. One thing that they're super fucking good at is all the side shit. The notes, the, like, you know, radio, stuff, like all of that. Remedy is so fucking good at it.
Of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the
Like, particularly play Control.
Tonight, I'm going to give a
Like,
practical
Control is
demonstration
awesome.
of the many worlds interpretation.
And it's like, it's very much a SCP game without being SCP.
A real experiment known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, please, stay calm. There is no risk.
Control is,
Observe what
it's a Remedy
happens when
game.
I place the weapon against my own forehead.
It's kind of X-Files, kind of SCP Corporation?
And yet, I
Lately.
cannot be harmed with this gun.
It very much is like all of that kind of stuff. But like they filed the serial numbers off and made their own thing. Highly recommend it. Except the Keter creep is real.
This reality is
I
always the former.
I don't know what that means.
Upon myself, quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yeah, no, I know that's a, I meant the phrase Keter creep. Like, I do know that's like a class in, or a containment class. There's a lot of others, we're not going to sit here and watch it, because, you know. Okay. I don't know what the point of that was, Alan, but sure. Yeah, I feel like SCP kind of had a similar problem as like a lot of creepypasta, where it kind of had to get to a point of absurdly huge like stakes. It couldn't just be like a little creepy story anymore. It had to be like, and then they cut off all their skin. You know, everything had to be like Jeff the Killer kind of bullshit.
Even with the engine takes to cool.
Okay, cool. There's nobody next to me. You get a shotgun shell. You get... Okay, this shotgun shell is very underwhelming. But that one worked well. So Carl's fast. Oh, Lord, that's a lot of words. Hold on a sec. I need a job. I got 2 things in my mail saying to do a quick resume because someone saw my experience at the volunteer place I am at. But I go into qualifications and I see it needs a driver's license for a support worker. But can I do it? No. If I want to get to places, I spend $375 one way with bus, basically $750 there and back. Yeah, that... I forget the term for it, but there's, like, and I don't mean insultingly in any way. There's this thing where it's like the cost of being poor and like how it's like basically talking about how expensive poverty is, where like if you're poor, you know, it would make more sense for you to buy the more expensive, like, 12-pack of toilet paper versus the 8-pack. But, like, while you would benefit from buying in bulk and, you know, having more of the thing rather than less, like, it's not always feasible because you might not have the, you know, $5 difference or what have you. Like, I'm sure I'm explaining this very poorly while I'm in the middle of a boss fight, so you'll... Suck it, nerd. That's $90 a month, so
Stucky's body vanished,
1080 a
leaving
year.
behind
Yeah.
only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
Yeah, Sylvan, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, drive this car to get to work to pay for this car. Yeah. It's really easy to get stuck in, like, those trappings where, because you don't have the upfront money, you can't afford to, you know, like, get anywhere. You wind up always behind. Can't afford better, like, a toothbrush now. Well, you're gonna have to pay for dental work later.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Like, can't afford a better bed, pay for back surgery later. You know? Deer is back. All praise the deer. Like, that's the unfortunate reality of the world we live in, too.
I just
Like,
experienced in the darkness, the
it's
lights of the gas
horrifying
station
and
felt
crushing.
comforting, at least for a moment.
Which also
The
goes into
same
my
world
whole, like,
reasserted itself.
I don't remember, like, being in school and feeling so hopeless. Whereas as an adult, I feel hopeless. You know? Like, every so often I kind of peruse, like, apartments and stuff like that in my area. Just kind of, like, keep an eye on what the prices are. And it's like, I have a full-time job that last week, 10 days ago, 9 or 11 days ago, I hit 9 years at my
Stucky
job.
spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head.
And I can't afford to live in the town or the county I work in.
Stucky looked up and stared.
You
as
know?
his brain tried in vain to
I'm getting
process
$80.
the
It's really not much. No, like, unfortunately, it's really not.
A black pool spread across
Like, and the worst part is, like, there is no, like, and here's how I think you can, you know, work the system and, you know, all that. Like, I don't have an answer. Like, because I don't know. Like, realistically, I don't know how to fix that or...
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Alan's missing time. Aliens. It was clearly aliens. Okay, I guess that button just doesn't work. Cool. There we go. Aliens. I'm afraid to go
The garage was a mess.
to
It
certain
looked like
places
someone
because
had
I want
trashed the
to
place,
explore for
or that there'd been
stuff.
some kind of fight.
You know, these are outlawed in most places now. Like these little, like, mechanic, like, death traps. Because they're literally those. They're, like, literal death traps.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin.
Well,
outside
this
the
isn't...
story, there's only darkness.
This isn't Home and
I
Garden
can feel her
TV.
presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
So, you... Like, is the issue there not knowing where your birth certificate is and not having access to it? Or is it finding someone to fax it off? Because, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually fax stuff from, like, most libraries. Like, I feel like I remember you mentioning going to a library before. If you talk to them, they might be able to help you with it. Because also fax is, like, kind of a dead technology. To be real. Bright Falls Hunting Club. I'm pretty sure I've been in the shitty little gas station before. No, we go no further. We go no further, Alan. We live here now. This is our home. We run this gas. We are now Carl Stucky. For better or worse, we are Carl. You're no longer an author. You now sell shitty, I mean, for some reason. Ooh. Xerox has left the chat. Xerox can go fuck itself. I don't know how it works in Canada.
To find a phone to call for help.
But I do know in the States, you can usually contact the, like, the capital of your state, and their records department probably has one on file. You can order a copy. It usually costs a couple bucks, but like that might just be a bullet you gotta swallow on that one, you know? My birth certificate until I was nearly 30. I couldn't find mine the last time I needed mine. Like, legitimately, I just couldn't find it. I actually had to order a copy the last time I needed it, and then wound up finding it after the copy had arrived. So I technically have two. So, you know, anybody wants to buy my identity, hit me up. I have... Oh, shit! I have God damn! I have terrible credit, though. Just a heads up. And get a new one because the paperwork would be hard as fuck because you need your information, your parents, where you're born, and other stuff. Oh. Oh, so you also, like, outright just don't know any of that, like, pertinent information. You would need one of them to help you, I guess. That is difficult. Those guys fucked me all up, and I have no idea where they came from. Ghost tire. I just like hitting the Metal Gear sound. Which, by the way, I beat Metal Gear Solid 5 recently.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place.
I really enjoyed it for gameplay.
I had to get
Story was kind of lacking.
To find a phone to call for help.
I really wish they had they'd put out a complete game. I wonder if it's just because like I went towards the end there, it was just like, well, now you get murdered. Haha. Fool me once, can't fool me again. Everything's Resident Evil. Kind of sandbox, right? Alan just took that one to the dome. Okay, you guys need to, like, bunch up. Oh, come on, I want to know if I have to go get that fucking coffee cup again.
I had to get inside the gas
or a coffee
station
mug.
to find a phone to call for help.
Fuck, it looks like I do. Son of a bitch. My mom has played it because I got it June 2022. Oh. Alright, motherfuckers, where are you? I am not gonna die again. MID 22, since send my birth certificate mission. Oh. Yo. Homie. Alright. I finally didn't die. Also, did I forget to add a death? I'm pretty sure I forgot to add a death. I'm just gonna... There we go. I am healed.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the store.
I assume Jank. Like, to be fair, not a perfect game. There are issues. Till January 23 when I need it for the disability thing I mentioned. Huh. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to tell you on that one.
I don't believe this.
Like,
it'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh no. My ear's been clogging up all week. Fucking allergies.
Thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen.
Sheriff
I was in a
Breaker,
car crash.
huh?
My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head.
Yeah, like...
Welcome.
Oh,
Neurotics
shit.
rated my
We'll
stream
figure
with
this
5
out.
viewers.
Please get in the car. We'll swing
Howdy,
by the lake,
Raiders.
and then we'll go
Welcome
to the
in.
station, okay?
Welcome in,
Mr. Wake,
Holy shit.
have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
It's been a while since I had a raid. I'm
I couldn't tell her what had
not sure
happened
what
in
to
the
do.
forest. She
Welcome
wouldn't
in,
have
though.
believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
How are y'all? Digging the Wu-Tang, emotes? Those are the words I'm trying to find. What were you streaming? Can I pause this? I can pause this. Hot damn. Let me go ahead and go to this and see if my shout out thing works. It does. Huzzah. Rain fellow Alan Wokers. Was that your first? Is this your first time through Alan Wake? Oh, that clip was way shorter than I thought it would be. But welcome in. Thank you all for hanging out. I am Ralph. I do variety streams. Actually, just back for the first stream from a short hiatus because of work stuff. First time playing it, we just got to chapter 5. Ooh. Like, I've played it before. This is the first time I've played it in a little while. But, like, how are you liking it so far? I have enjoyed this game for years, and I feel like it's one that a lot of people sleep on. But I'm also a massive Remedy fan. Sylvan out here throwing Wu-Tang references and shit. Hell yeah. Someone tomorrow asking if there's a job opportunity because they think I will work. Yeah. Like, doesn't hurt to ask, Ontario. Much more exciting than I thought it'd be. Yeah. It takes a minute to pick up, I will say. Yeah. It takes a minute to pick up, but once it gets moving, you're kind of in it and, like, shit just keeps happening. Dude just doing wonky shit. I always say Alan runs like he just shit his pants. Also, this is one of those
On Alan Wake.
Copyright.
I came to Bright with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here.
Are you a Twin Peaks
I
fan?
thought maybe you could write
Because if
it.
you're a Twin Peaks fan, this game has so much in it for you.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
Sometimes, like, yeah.
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car.
So you're a little bit further into it.
By shadowy men straight from a
What is your opinion? Is Alan Wake a good author or a bad
I
author?
had stayed at.
Do you think an
But the
Alan
cabinet
Wake
disappeared.
book would be fun to read? Sure was friends were at the time. For sure reminds me of it. Yeah, very heavily based off of it. Had doozy, the staircase is broken. So would love that line. We'll be making scalps tomorrow if everything falls into place. Nice.
Honey, I'm home.
The book would be short. His writing was like an entire chapter a page.
Worst weather I've ever seen.
Well, like,
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
so I am very much a huge fan
Coffee's on.
of the bullshit, like, there's an author in this piece of media. So Ghost wrote a book. Like, what did I read? Well, they were real terrible. The show Castle used to be an ABC, like, police show. Starring Nathan Fillion. Like, the character had a book out where you could actually read it. And it was short. And I think it was like $1 ebook. It was terrible. But, like, I read it. It was like, dumb fun. But I love books that are written in universe. Go to Alice. What the fuck am I doing?
Oh, hey. I just finished those cover mock-ups.
Spooky
They're on your
cabin
desk.
thing.
Tell
Yeah.
me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Well,
I
you
can't
seemed
be
to
the
think so
only
last
one that
night.
thinks she kind of looks like Lin Miranda, the dude who wrote Hamilton in that last picture, right? With the goatee and shit. Oh God, I was into the lost shit back in the day too. Like, I 100% know what you mean by that. God damn, look at the size of that fucking light tray. So I have one of these, but mine's only like yay big. Like, that one's massive. Mine's like an X-ray, mine's like an X-ray light tray, though. Like, mine's for, like, viewing X-rays and to be mounted on a wall. Weird Ralph, I got State Row 4 if you know about 3 seconds, it's 35. Well, she had commercials during the show, had deep cut intro stuff. Yeah, like, I remember, I think early on, too, like, they would have commercials for, like, Oceanic Airlines or,
Gets his hands on them.
oh,
Which,
what the hell
by
was the
way,
name?
Will happen over my dead body. The last
I forget
time
the-
was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
I can't remember the name of the company that, like,
I'm right here.
did the
I'm on
Dharma
it, honey.
Initiative.
Please hurry.
Yeah. I forget the name of it, though.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Oh, I can't
Hi.
flash her.
You okay?
No.
I'm sorry. It just really
But yeah, no, Lawson was really
Don't
cool
worry.
about that.
We'll just break out the
And there's a
candles.
term for it. I can't remember what it is, though.
I know it's stupid, but it's just.
There's a
especially when
name
I'm
for
not
that.
Prepared for it, you know. It gets to me.
I love
Like they,
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay.
like the ads and all that are
I used
in
to have
universe,
these
but
nightmares when I was a
presented
kid.
outside of the
dark really
show.
spooked me too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just
Yeah,
flip the
fourth wall
switch
type of
and
stuff, but
magic
there is a
light would
term
scare
for it,
the
and
monsters away.
it's gonna annoy the shit out
sure.
of me that I can't remember it.
There it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help
One of
you
the
too.
first times I remember
Yeah,
that
nice story, writer boy. You
was
made that up right now, didn't you?
the Blair Witch back in '99,
I love
many
you,
moons
even
ago.
if you are a liar. Thanks for
And
this.
depressingly, before some of you were born, a movie came out called The Blair Witch. And it was one of the first real big, like, found footage movies. I seen that in theaters. A little bit, but I ain't far behind you. But I remember they used to have radio ads.
Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that?
Like a lot of
Mr.
radio
Wake,
ads that
how
were
are you
like
feeling?
legitimate, like missing persons bulletins. And like,
I'm okay.
they were
My head's
terrifying to
fine.
me. The website
I
was
had to lie
like
about my headache and
missing,
memory
was all
loss.
about the missing
He'd send me to a
persons.
hospital for tests.
I was
couldn't
trashed. It
leave
was
that
an
house.
experience.
Very well.
I wasn't
don't think
trashed
you have a
because I was like
concussion,
12,
you've
but like,
obviously been through quite a
you,
shock.
you didn't see the
You should
movie
take
in
it
the
easy for a
wrong
couple
way.
days.
Thanks.
That movie was scary. I also think it's a great example of like,
Mr. Wake, we're done
hey,
here.
don't show
If pain
everything.
gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should
I was
come see
21
me.
exactly.
I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate you.
But yeah, no, like, the Blair Witch was like the first time I really remember something doing that. And it scared the ever-loving shit out of
Take a
me.
look at the cut in my head.
Because it felt real. Like, they did such a good job of, like, presenting all of that as real. Like, there were people who legitimately believed that, like, that was a real thing, too. Like, there were, like, legitimately people, like, acting like people went missing and shit. Yeah. Well, at a certain point, it's like I was a kid, so, like, there was a certain point where I was like, yeah, all right. I can have the wool pulled over my eyes. It's like, getting older, I kind of thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I don't think they would, like, put a snuff movie in the theaters. That don't seem like a thing they would do.
Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
Not now, I'm stealing your coffee thermos.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
Made a movie exposed real, yeah. Oh God,
Refuses to step on shadows, things like
if that came out now, there would be so many conspiracy theories about it. Have you seen this man? The most generic-looking dude possible. These three fucking nerds. I assume these are people who, like, worked on the game. And that's a cat. Dude was all over Blair Witch at the time, yeah.
Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Thank you for charging my phone. I don't trust you.
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm
like,
not sure.
Alan is like mid-30s grizzled white guy, like down to a T.
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked
me. But you know, I love when like Cloverfield did a good job of like that, like out of universe ad campaign stuff, and I love when movies and shows do that.
Please help me.
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly.
Yeah, I reckon this was around that time where Xbox was like, we have cool exclusive games too.
Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here.
Did you take a poop in the truck?
Meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
I don't want to go to Lover's Peak with you, dude.
Stupid pal.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake.
Right in the meat of most.
Through the cell corridor.
Like.
Hey, mister. Hey, can you turn?
Yeah. You want the lights on. You're welcome.
You're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you to.
Presence in the diner.
Its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied
I do
qualities on something decidedly inhuman.
I generally, as a rule, like dislike a lot of marketing.
Some light spilled into
but I do love when things get creative about it.
The pain, horrible as it was, the
a compliment would make my day.
Would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
What other games around this time did Xbox really like want to be like? No, we can do cool stuff.
The early morning.
Because I feel like this was in that time.
Headache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
He ain't the boss of me.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for you to sign.
But yeah, no, like that's the thing. It's like the Xbox was also like a really good console. Like all of them have been pretty good. Night Rain. Station days. I don't remember. Like, was Night Rain a game? Because that one eludes me.
Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting. The big day is almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting.
Uncanny Valley detective game.
No point in getting all worked up yet.
You're speaking my language there, buddy. That sounds dope. Where's my notepad? Shit. That's 100%. That sounds like a Ralph game.
The caller had told me to find a hole.
I want to know how I missed
behind
this
the police
one.
Station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Heavy Rain. Oh, damn it. Funny enough, we just finished Heavy Rain on the channel not too long ago. I was so excited. But yeah, no, we just finished Heavy Rain last month. Yeah, that one was like hardcore, like, David... Am I stuck in here? Did I fuck up? Okay. Sheriff looks out her window and just sees Alan Wake trying to parkour his ass over a fence. Yeah, no, like, I enjoy Heavy Rain. It is not good. Like, oh, I got kicked. Why'd you keep doing this? Why is this game that's not really that intensive giving me so much fucking problem? Alan, no ups. No ups at all. Alan has like a 1-inch vertical.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake.
I was going to wear multiple jackets today to kind of like get into the fun of making fun of Alan Wake.
The mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak.
I think Mass Effect was a couple years before.
Where's my wife?
That's exactly why I didn't do it. Like, Zagbo 100%. Like, I couldn't get through.
Driver's license had been placed on the front seat.
I couldn't get through all of a stream wearing a t-shirt and a light jacket for my Harry Mason cosplay. I would die in that many layers. I had Mass Effect 1 and they put the same car, tank, and controls. I sent it back.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the
Wrong with a
sheriff's
1-inch
station.
vertical gets
Come
the
and
job
get me.
done.
I can't talk now.
God damn it, Kelvin.
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed
That
to
is
get
way
to
too
Elderwood
loud.
National Park to meet Alice's
That needs to come
kidnappers.
down a little bit. I just saw that peak. Not loud enough. I'm not hurting all of our eardrums with the goddamn Pornhub theme. I refuse to be that being the thing. Got to head at 2 a.m. my time. Hey, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the raid. Here, let me...
Thank you.
And thank you for the
Neurotics is now
follow.
following.
Let me throw you another shout out. If it works, I command you to work. There we go. That's a big ass gun.
Wait, am I supposed to do this in order?
Love a good jump scare.
What's up?
And now I'm terrified because the clip is still going, and I'm expecting a second one, and I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Thank you for hanging out in the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the follow as well. I hope you have a lovely night. I will catch you next time. All right, let's get back to... When I got to show my share earlier, I may or may not have pulled my headphones off the, like the extra cord for my headphones off the little hanger, and now it's just bugging the shit out of me because it's falling.
Nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
No, it's not the light is better. Oh, Sylvan. Oh, Sylvan. I can't wait till we get to later parts of this game and you hear some of the lines.
I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent...
I'm leaving. That dude seems like a
Are you
douchebag.
feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Oh, Sylvan, you're gonna love some of the
talk about
hammy
it.
bullshit.
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is
Oh.
known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
Jagbo,
No harm done.
are you still in here?
I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
To make sure I checked the box when I got home to make sure I sent you the link to the one I got.
That thing with the paparazzi.
The one I got was the Zen 4 2 terabyte. I couldn't remember if I sent the right link or not.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything.
I did
he
double
thought
check.
I was certifiable, but when he
I
heard
recommend
about
the shit out of
manuscript
Crucial
I had,
Drives.
The fact that I'd written
I really like
even
them.
If I couldn't remember it was enough for him.
I do
to
have
see my mind.
Samsung drives
And
as
he
well
believed that Alice
that
had been
are real
kidnapped.
nice. You
Anything
can't go
beyond
wrong with
that
either
was another
company.
story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called
It looked
Lover's
delicious.
Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park.
It still
The plan
wicks
was
me
to
out
rent a
that
cabin.
like
I don't like it, Al.
2
I don't like any of it.
terabytes
It's not good.
of
In fact,
storage
it's the absolute opposite of good.
is as small as it is.
Mr. Wake.
Like,
Barry, you
supposed to get
found
here
him.
on Thursday night.
Oh, wow, I was just thinking
Like,
about you too.
It's really something that like
just
2
bringing Rusty some
terabytes worth of hard drive
He's
is
on the
that big.
balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing.
Like we're living in the
I really
goddamn
need to go.
future.
Great to see you again, Mr. Wake.
You know?
Later.
Who's Max?
He was getting a lot with 2 megabytes. Yeah.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very
Barry.
nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Barry, buy me a hat. Barry, I want. God damn it, game. Barry, I want a Ranger hat. Barry.
Seriously, Al.
Barry, you look like a
were sitting in
douchebag
the
with the
car?
shorts and the
Just
coat.
Listen to yourself.
Like,
What?
is it
you
hot or is
shot
it
a
cold?
guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No. Look, Barry, I'm
Fuck the
missing a
hat. We
week,
want the mammoth.
and someone's got
Barry
Alice.
can buy us
You
both.
ever
He's
just
our
what
agent.
it
That's his
sounds like when you
responsibility.
say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong. It's a good story. Could be
Oh,
a bestseller.
Barry
But
deserves
when you
it.
start confusing fiction with reality, you're
More
buying
drive with
yourself
dad
a ticket to the
throughput.
funny farm.
Oh, 100%. Oh, here. Like, 100%. God damn it. Loop deck. Yeah, no, but like on the serious though, like, fucking 5,000 megabyte, like, motherfucker boasts 5,000 megabytes a second. A second. Okay. But yeah, no, like, that's the thing. It's like the gap between when I built a computer the first time and me building more recent computers. Oh, you have not even seen his final form yet, Sylvan. And the drive is ready. Sylvan, you haven't even seen his final form. Like,
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey,
Aw.
Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk?
Poor pupper.
It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're
I will
illegal
murder
to use
them.
Here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all, but that doesn't stop
I will
some
murder
wildlifes.
all of them.
Hell, at least
The
Max is
Yankees.
gonna be okay. You got lucky.
Barry is New York. Like,
Max is still groggy. from
Barry,
the shot
Barry's
again.
what I envision when I
I'd
say
rather
a
not
New
leave him alone
Yorker.
Just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Thank you for describing what the fuck. Oh, wow, there's a big cat up there.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations
Sure I can.
always end up in disaster.
I love meeting new
You gotta
people.
talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call.
That
Can we
animation
talk
was
about
not
this later?
good.
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on.
Also,
you gotta understand how crazy
Barry
all
gets
this
points because he's the most
Trying to play a joke on
pragmatic
me,
motherfucker in this
it's
game.
working.
Raid the
Ha-ha,
kidnapper,
let's
let's
have a laugh on
go!
Barry.
Hell yeah.
Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Just imagine a kidnapper being like, "Hey yo, we're live. Remember to hit that bell, subscribe." Like, we kidnapped this lady from the Aldi's.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Can you tell this game was made by a
Sure.
European
It's at the end
developer?
of the nature trail.
Because we don't have
Just
keys
follow
like
the
that in
paths,
America.
You'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot too.
You better save that fucking dog, or so help me
Having
God.
trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max.
You're like, nope,
Guess I'm a
fuck it,
little
Alan.
worried.
Everyone's
We got a
fucked.
bunch
Let's
of
get
campers
out.
there we haven't heard from. It's not like
Switch to
we
my
keep her on
phone.
schedule,
Be right back.
but
Oh
the
no, not the
chats,
phone.
Well, you know. I just
Okay,
don't
some
want
Tower of London shit.
Right.
Remedy games are
You're asking
extremely
me to believe that you
finished.
shot a dude who went poof into thin air.
Not like
a
second
guy
character.
who was bulletproof
Try to
until
deny it
you
all.
pointed
Yeah.
a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up
Barry,
spending time in
most
padded
reasonable
rooms,
motherfucker in a video
strapped
game.
to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the
Like-
skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month.
You deserve it.
If
Homeopathy's
there's no
bullshit.
proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Now, if you excuse me, I need to try to get into these bathrooms to see if there's any stuff to steal.
I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something
Oh, I was hoping we would walk to the car with him still talking. Table for the discussion for sure. Yeah, like,
Al.
he's not my favorite character in this game. Because I love the
We should
old
go to the
Rockstar
sheriff
dudes.
Or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
But, like,
This
can't
is
you tell
not a
how upset he is by
goddamn
knocking over a lamp?
I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand.
Alan
You're
comes
my
alone
best
a
friend,
lot.
And I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
That was it. I feel like that one was low-hanging
Just
fruit.
be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous.
I do. I feel like that was low-hanging fruit, but like, god damn it if it
all over
wasn't a
again.
good one. The joke needed to be told. All right, let me get my. So this is one of my complaints about this game. Notice what I don't have. What Alan keeps like going to like bring up in a weird way. A gun. Jammy's time for me. I'll try to resist. Hey, I get it. Like, you just got done your stream. You're probably tired. Like you said, it's about 2 a.m. for you. Hey. No. Like, I hope you sleep well. You know? So this game absolutely fucking loves taking all of your gear between chapters. Like, at the end of every chapter, it's like, oh, you had a gun? Think again, motherfucker. You ain't got shit. When I'm running, when he's about to start huffing and puffing, yeah. Well, like, just, you know, hold it for 3 seconds so Alan starts fucking keeling over. Alan has less lung power than I do. I'm a pack-a-day smoker. Like, a ball or two, look up and all my heat is gone. What the fuck? This game loves doing that.
Hold down the fort. I'll be with your spirits every step of the way, Al.
Barry, I am already like outside and running around like a fucking idiot. We are past the point of moral like backup.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost
Hey, shoddy flares and lighters.
something had happened.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're just like,
And here was
where,
Al
where,
armed with a
where my gun
and
go?
saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Some of them make sense. In order to name his characters. Alice, Barry, Emil. Has anybody been named with a C? Carl Stuckey? Oh, you can drive in this game, too.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented.
But not Barry's
car. It wasn't
car.
a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right.
Barry knew better. Because driving in this game is not good. To be fair, as soon as I saw the prompt, I thought it would let me in. It didn't, and I just had to backpedal. It do be like that sometimes. But I am terrible at the driving in this game, because it's not very good.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As
The driving in this game is great. No, it's not.
Just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your dear
Hey.
plan like?
Hey, I have my gun.
Plan?
Hot
You
damn.
sound a lot more organized than I ever seemed to manage.
Barry have a Lincoln? No. Barry had a Hummer, though. I'm fairly certain Barry had a Hummer in the original. I'm fairly certain Barry had a Hummer in the original, though. And I'm kind of mad it's not a Hummer anymore. Where the fuck am I going? Like, some of them make sense, though. Like, okay, I get why all of your gear got taken from you. Like, yeah, if you're in the police station, they're probably not going to let you keep your unregistered gun. That's just a general good rule of thumb. But, like, there's definitely a scene later on where he has it 1 minute and it just gone the next. And he's like, oopsie, I dropped it. Like, bitch, pick it up. We need that. There are monsters about. So this game was originally envisioned as an open world game. Like, originally this was made to be, like, completely open world where you go anywhere and, like, do missions and all that. As heavy, it was all dream vibes. I'm not bothered by disappearing equipment. Yeah, I actually... Okay. Well, this isn't very groovy. What book are you reading? I can't say it. Lost my train of thought. Just head empty, no thoughts.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization.
I actually really like the, like, it's all kind of dreamlike and weird. Because it's only the scenes at night that are like that. Not the scenes during the day. The daytime scenes are all fairly straightforward. And I like that it's like, all of this could kind of be in Alan's head. He could just be crazy and murdering people across the countryside. We don't know. Sometimes you gotta murder folks across the countryside.
Why? Coming? Yeah, but why would you do that?
Oh, it's spooky like this. Yeah.
Took a kid to a soccer game.
Open that door.
You pick a guy and quoting from the arresting officer.
Alan just kind of like kicked that door, and I feel like he was surprised that it fell. All right, let's get a move on. That's enough grab ass, Alan. Or not enough grab ass. I'm not really sure. I don't know what your appropriate amount of grab ass is. I'm going to loot the shit out of this car, though. Or just take a piece of paper from it.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an
awful
smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood.
That doesn't bode well for Rusty.
The twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Mr. Wake, it happened just like it was on that page. That poorly written page. I saw a hiking trail. Which, I'm fairly certain you're not really supposed to hike at night. Do not feed the wildlife, $100 penalty. getting all of the pages. We're not getting all the pages. We're not getting all the pages, and we're not getting all the things. Have realistic expectations for me. Come on.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot.
Where's the set, by the way?
Taught her to
I
dance,
believe Maine.
And life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He
Possibly
treated her well,
Washington.
made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the
One of the
dreams,
extreme north
and that
points on the
tended to
country.
underline the
I'm not
unbearable
sure
truth.
which.
She was
Somewhere in
no closer to
America.
that Hollywood magic than he was.
Every time he jumps. Every time, Alan. But I do believe it's either Maine or... Which also, fun little tidbit of, if this is in Maine, that it is the second game in a row I've played in Maine, that I've played that is set in Maine. Silent Hill, also set in Maine. Some other stuff wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, these woods look very Pacific Northwest, from what I've seen. I've never been, obviously.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Dude, mountains are way wrong. Yeah. I'm coming, just slowly and, you know, without much breath. Be cute to have a map of pins locations you've been in games. So that's not a bad
The visitor center
idea.
was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters.
Although,
Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the
we
far
all see
wall.
how well I do at
It didn't hurt
projects.
until he tried to move and saw
Us.
his leg bend the wrong way. Felt the broken
Um,
rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear. Suddenly,
Wiki
he
says
couldn't die
Washington.
alone.
Okay. I knew it was one of the two. I couldn't remember, to tell you the truth. I was supposed to 3D print a new little, like, logo wall hanger for every different game. And that fell off real quick. I did not stick with that. I think I got to, like, Resident Evil 0, and it got difficult to find a model for the leech that was flat. And it's just like, well, I've given up. I've surrendered. Like, it was a cool idea. I just could not stick with it. Like, for this, I would have to, like, if I was better at 3D modeling.
Ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
If I was better at 3D modeling rather than just grabbing models off the internet, I probably would have stuck with it a little longer. But the fact that I had to, like, constantly just look for something somebody else made sucked.
Mr. Wake?
Although,
Oh, hell. It happened.
I did have
Just
another
the way it
one
was on that page.
up there. I think it
found
fell.
Came true.
But thank God the dog's alive.
New. So dark. It'll come back for me.
Just the way it was on that page. Poorly
lights.
written.
In the office.
With
I
too
have
much
the key.
prose.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
You okay, Max?
Good boy.
It's important. Shit, I thought Rusty was the dog. No, Max is the dog. Rusty's the person. Can I not, like, open this first aid kit and help him? I'd like to, like, not watch this man die. That would be pretty dope.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Am I gonna have to do a stupid QTE? No? Okay. Okay, this is an office. Good.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Cold light's a weird bit of, like, term I don't quite like. You know, this seems like the kind of place a shotgun should be.
That was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker.
You know, I'm starting to think
There
it might
was
be
no way to
sabotage.
put the lights back on.
Yeah, also factually. That's true. Cold light does not exist.
The ground was covered
Fuck
with
Rusty.
oily
What about
patches
Max?
That looked like liquid darkness.
Oh yeah, these will hurt you, by the way. These little dark patches. But you also can just kind of like lazily point your flashlight at them, and they'll die. Okay.
I just need hunting licenses.
Alan Wake, Murder Machine, Hack Author. Jay's hunting us and he got a license. Or we need to purchase his license to hunt them. I think he was just talking about getting a hunting license. The mammoth, bizarrely, kind of still intact. Bear less so.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Not Max. By the way, fuck you, Alan, for saying mammoth-sized hole, and I'm not about to fight the reanimated corpse of a fucking mammoth.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park license.
Where did the dog go, though? Where did the dog get to?
Rusty, no! Never! Two bears and wolves?
Rusty's a bit quick.
Any other wildlife could look closer than 25 yards. Hence, must be leashed. Never leave your pet unattended. It is against the law to remove any objects or historical artifacts from
Mammoth-sized hole. Well, you said right what you know. Alan knows things that are next to him. That's like his specialty, things that are within his view. I also love how every time you hit the sprint button, he does that stupid little dodge. Where regular Kaiser Soze. I actually just saw that movie for the first time like a couple years ago. Because it was always a meme, so I had no interest in like watching it.
What the hell was that?
Oh, I have
I
to
saw
take
it from
this.
the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy.
Yeah, surprisingly so.
Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open
I-
the door for anyone.
I thought knowing the twist would ruin the movie. It was actually still pretty enjoyable all the way through. Like, which says something how decent of a movie it is. I don't recognize that actor's name, Sylvan.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel
That makes
young
it sound creepy.
and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring.
Okay.
He'd been waiting
Like
for
the leader of their little like crime cohort. He is very good. He's one of those guys like I do like when he shows up and things. But you know, I was surprised at how much I actually enjoyed that movie. Like, I thought that because I knew, like, the twist of it and kind of never really knew of that movie before knowing of the twist, I wouldn't enjoy it, but I actually really did. Like, I was surprised. Because to be fair, like, if telling somebody the twist of a movie ruins the whole movie, I kind of don't think it's a very good movie.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
I want to go in the Moonshine Cave. I love caves. Ooh, they left the door open. This is just me on vacation, is all this is. This is how I vacation as well. Horrifying monsters, the whole deal. Moves knowing the twist makes it more enjoyable, not less. Yeah. I actually maintain, even, what's it called? The Sixth Sense, which by and large is not really the greatest movie ever. I actually think is better the second time you watch it, not the first. You know? Like, I think that movie is far more interesting the second time you watch it. Is this the one that does it? No, okay. But yeah, no, I like very much like I think like if your movie relies on there just being a twist or something, oh lord. Like, your movie's not that good then. So anyway, I started blasting. Yeah, the Prestige, Fight Club, Sixth Sense. I think that's a very good list of like movies that, even if you know the twist, they hold up. Like I full-heartedly will agree with that list. Oh, I can't take this way. Oof. It's like the journey should be an important part of the media you're taking. Like, the ending shouldn't be the end-all be-all. I think a bad ending can ruin a piece of media. Some movies tonight where they were certain they knew the twist, they actually didn't. It was a fun surprise. Oh, that's the best. When you're convinced that, you know, X, Y, or Z is going to happen, and it never does. Like, I kind of regard movies a lot like magic tricks. I love when they fool me. Like, if I'm convinced that something's going to happen,
Rose, the waitress at the diner,
and it doesn't in a movie, I'm so pleasantly surprised by
Al pretty much
it.
fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al.
I never admit defeat because you pretend it ended like I thought it did.
That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry
I like the
and Al
idea
saw
that you would
eye to
later
eye.
have a conversation with somebody like, oh, I just watched this movie. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, that ending, you know, this, that, and the other happened. And they're like, no, it didn't. This happened. Slasher was a real good show at keeping you guessing on the killer till the end. Welcome in, Dapper. How are you tonight? I feel like I watched, like, the first 2 episodes of Slasher and, like, couldn't get through it. Like, did it end up being good? Watching Midnight Mass. Fucking dope miniseries. I still haven't watched that. I watched the first, like, season, quote unquote. Slasher, I think I watched the first 2, like, episodes on it. I was like, no, I don't like how any of these characters are portrayed. Because they're all, like, extreme. The great old one. Oh, he a bigot. Alright, combat music is still happening. Where are you? Yeah, I think I watched like the first 2 episodes of the first season. And all the characters were like extreme, almost to the point of parody, like archetypes. Back to our hometown. I might be thinking of the wrong show altogether. Oh shit. Fucking spawned him right the fuck on top of me, huh? Oh, come on. Oh, my flashlight has to recharge there, buddy. I might be thinking of a different... God damn it, I have no bullets. Fuck that, I'm running. I'll try to run, I guess. Okay, that admittedly wasn't my finest moment, but I made it. Gonna bask in this light for a moment. Please God be ammo. Wasn't even haul ass, it's just very good. Very gory. What the hell am I thinking of then? It was on Netflix, whatever show I'm talking about.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries,
3 seasons are on
flares,
Netflix.
ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night.
Not me, just pulling up my
left
phone and
behind by someone
looking
who
real
knew
quick.
what I knew, and more.
I've not... Holy shit, Netflix is different. Netflix is different than the last time I looked at it. Oh, I didn't even make it 2 episodes. I made it halfway through the first episode. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I made it through, like, halfway through the first episode. And there was one, starts like rave scene. No, this was, Yep, season 3. So, huh. Oh, yeah, I guess it did. It does say season 3. Huh. Was season 3 bad? Alright. Alan, don't get stabbed again. Why can't I take these axes or, like, throwable knife weapons and use them? I feel like it would be useful. Bear alert. You're damn right it is. I'm the bear.
Come on, man! That's too easy!
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, God. So many dudes. So fucking many dudes. And I have no health left. And... Oh, God damn it. I'm EP. I must bid you all adieu. Also, hi, Dapper. Ralph lulled me in slumber with his screaming. We're not staying on too much longer because it's almost 3 a.m. I was hoping to get done chapter 2, but that was a goddamn lie, apparently. Oh, goddamn it. But thank you for popping in, Jagboo. Hopefully you sleep well, and I hope you have a lovely day tomorrow. Hopefully soon. I've not been available much lately because everything's terrible, but okay, I have 3 bullets, and there are more than 3 dudes. Okay. I am completely out of ammo, but I did it. Understandable. Yeah, unfortunately, just like things have not been shaking out for like free time lately. But hopefully soon we can get together, because I've made no progress on Remnant 2. I'll be real with you. I am not very good at that game. As it turns out, I'm a little bitch when it comes to Remnant 2. And I get murdered immediately. So. Smoking, BRB. Enjoy your smoke. God, I hope somebody gives me some ammo in the near future. That would be great. I'll be happy to carry you. I mean, I hate to say it, you might have to. Because, whew.
Agent Nightingale.
Although I also haven't played it in like 2 weeks.
These little communities
like,
revolted him, and he didn't like the
secondary archetype very
he
early in the
that
game.
impossible horrors
I heard something cool. There's apparently a hidden archetype or 2.
Just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch.
Like apparently you can like there's an archetype that only got unlocked by a very specific thing that you had to data mine the game to figure out. Yeah, Summoner is one of them, can't remember the other. That's cool as shit though. Like that's awesome. That, like, there's that kind of, like, I don't want to say extra, but, like, abnormal kind of ways of, like, adding game mechanics. Like, that's really cool. That's the thing. I just wish it was a little bit more forgiving and easy. I feel like I would really, like, I want to really enjoy that. And, like, really dive into it. But I also don't want to be mad all the time. The fuck? Did that door just hurt me? Oh lord, I can't open that. Never mind. Something wrong. Oh, probably. Like, I would not be surprised at all if it was like, oh, the problem is me. I would not be surprised about that at all. Now that just slaps something on bosses. Oh no, it's a Russian mob.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
You're that douchebag from the ferry.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares won't keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Oh, you're getting banned right
Come on,
away.
we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story
Ban?
goes.
There
yeah,
we go.
Let's move.
I lost my gun back there.
Get you drunk
I've got
soon.
a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
Hold on, hold
Took a
on.
moment,
Oh,
but
oh.
then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
So your flares are like one of your two like
You
grenade
set 'em up.
items.
I'll knock 'em down, Wake. What I got for you?
Like it's grenades are really great for like enemy needs to back off of me.
Damn it.
Shoot him. Come on. There you go. Now this guy over here. Yeah. Buddy, where's your... Oh, okay, there it is. You do have one in here. There we go.
That's right.
Buddy, shoot either of them.
That's right. You just keep coming. Already died.
If you hold the button, you can hold the flare up. This dude sucks. I hate this dude. Everybody's cooler now. Why are you throwing shit at me? He's shooting you. Shit.
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake. Are you
The
kidding?
labyrinth is
Give me
way
the gun.
cooler now.
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it.
Why am I blanking entirely what you mean by labyrinth? My brain is like fried a bit.
Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Apparently I did it right because I'm getting some cool,
Just a little longer. I almost got it.
got some cool little, like, cinematic bullshit. You know, just turn around and look at me. Don't worry about getting those boards off or opening the door.
Fighting me! Oh, you're feeling better now, Wake. All cozy and safe.
I'm sorry. You have a gun, dude. Like I'm out here just with like road flares and a fucking mag light. Not even a mag light, like a cheap flashlight. Some dollar store bullshit. Oh, it has a little heart on the lover's walk thing.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming. Give me
Place
the
we went
goddamn
through,
gun.
Gates of New
They're
World.
coming.
Okay.
That's not how this goes. Get with
That
the program, Wake.
I know what you mean.
Hear that? It's them.
If you excuse me, I have to grab this coffee right here. Now then, where were we? Shoot them! Shoot them, you fucker! Oh, great.
You just keep coming. Die already, die!
Come on, dude. Shit. How are you this bad at this? Guy clearly sits at a desk. He's kind of worthless, right? Like...
Bring it!
Dude, kill one of these two dudes. Either of them. Christ. Is that fucking
Let's cut
hard?
the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I've read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna.
Hey,
write
let's
something
not go crazy
glorious
now. He's not a
and
hell of a
terrible
writer.
Once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
I feel like Alan Wake, like, probably has gotten arrested a few times for getting into fights in a bar. He seems like the kind of guy who, like, kind of has a temper.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No!
All right.
Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here! He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held
All right.
some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get
Where
back to him and
does
figure
that
out my
point me
next
to?
move.
Down here, through this awesome-ass cave. Love a good cave. How do I get back up? Jump, Alan. Jump. You know what? I think here's a good place to put it. We've been going for like 3 hours now. It's 3 a.m. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I've run out of things to say. Fourth thing. So I think that's about where we'll cut it off. And we just got a checkpoint, so it seems like a good place. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. I am super glad to be back, and I'm super glad to be playing this. I really enjoy this game. It is a little rough around the edges, which I'm going to try to kind of figure out a little, but, you know, not everything can be perfect. Also, the reason we're doing this now, because Alan Wake 2 comes out in October, and I don't want to have to explain to people Alan Wake 1. I can just be like, go watch the videos. But yeah. Dapper, it's always great to talk to you. Thank you for being here, buddy. I'm really excited to see what that new computer can do. You know. But hopefully we can get together and play some Remnant soon. But that is it from me. I have lost my mind. As always, you can find me in any one of these places up here or in the easily clickable links down in the description below. We still gotta beat one. That last boss, man. That last boss is just whooping our ass. Oh, my brother tried to big time me. Or do we? I mean, to be fair, we're on the last boss. I'm kind of okay with just going on YouTube and looking up the last cutscene and being like, close enough. But yeah, like, my brother tried to big time and be like, I can preload Starfield already. I'm like, huh, when's that come out? And I looked it up on Game Pass. Apparently I can preload it already. So if you have Game Pass, you can pre-install Starfield already. Just found that out today. Granted, I'm not that hyped for Oblivion in space. We'll probably check it out, though, at some point. Because, you know, I'll give it a shot. But he was like, oh, you're going to just check it out for a 140 gigabyte game? I'm like, yes. I have all of the gigabytes of storage. 140 gigs is nothing to me. So we have that coming up. So, like, I do have a couple things planned in the near future of what we're doing. That was all a big rambly way to say, like, hopefully there won't be any more interruptions in the near future of our normal schedule. Especially since I think I think they're training a weekend guy right now. So hopefully Sunday will be back to normal as well. But, so we may be back to our normal schedule. And I got things planned. So, glad to be back is all. Oh, so you need a break. Well, that's the worst part is it's like, I need a break. But I'm also an adult. Like, I'll take a vacation soon, I think. I think in October I might take a week. And I might stream a little bit more during that week. But I'm not sure yet. I don't want to commit myself to anything. But yeah, now work's been whooping my ass lately. But I was able to afford a new chair because of it. It reclines. It's all right. It's a little narrow. It's a little narrow in the like the thigh region, but like it's not terrible. Pretty comfortable. I do wish the fabric breathed a little more. Because it's getting a little warm sitting here this long, but you know, I also don't sit this long all at once unless I'm streaming. But I'm getting out of here. I hope you all have a lovely day. And, but I will be back Thursday. Explorers on a Secret Lab. This one had pretty decent reviews, so I went with it, and it also boasts a 400-pound capacity. So I'm not too scared. I'm a little nervous, but not too scared. You know? Has a little vibrating, like, lumbar pillow that I have to plug in to, like, get it to vibrate. But I've been sitting on it. I got it Saturday morning. So I've been sitting on it since Saturday morning. Vibrating. But, like, it's nice. It's not bad. I do wish the arms were a little adjustable. That's the only downside. They're not adjustable arms. But, once again, I am getting out of here. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. A lovely Wednesday. Not the weekend. That's wrong. That's not the right thing. A lovely Wednesday. And I will catch you all on Thursday. With more Alan Wake. Bye. Come on, yes. Yeah, I sucked that baby. Wait, no. Alright. I don't know what happened that time. Everything's horrible. Like...
Stop being a bitch and come on!
Oh. I do respect the idea of being able to live, like, in a more minimalist kind of way. I can't do it, but I respect it. just scared the shit out of me.